This is the latest Bell Lost Souls Adepticon battle report, and today we are at table 1 of the finals of the Gladiator Championship. And over here we have the two guys who fought their way to the top of the finals. We have our own Darkwind using a modified Leafblower, and he's all set up right here. And he is playing up against his opponent, who is using a Salamanders list. And as you can see by the deployment, Leafblower is spread all the way out here. Salamanders have chosen to deploy a section of their force in the far corner over there, and they are attacking as we speak at the top of turn 1, and we'll be back to tell you what happens.
Bottom of turn 2. Bottom of turn 2.
All right, we are at the top of 2, and the Imperial Guard have moved up and have managed to destroy that Land Raider Redeemer that is right on in the far corner right there, with the Close Assault Terminators have popped out of it. Other than that, all the fire managed to kill an attack bike or two and a handful of infantry, not much else. And now the Salamanders are moving forward on the bottom of 2. We're at the top of 3 now, and what happened at the bottom of 2, because the game is ongoing, is the Salamanders moved up way over here with that attack bike and those infantry, and put a lot of fire into that Valkyrie and shot it down, and that's about it. And the Imperial Guard on top of 3 have moved up. There was a tunnels objective, which lets, and a special rule that lets each player choose a single unit from the enemy side and choose to deploy it through one of those 4 tunnel objective markers. So the Salamanders player had a Psychic Battle Squad appear right in at the midpoint of the table, and the Imperial Guard player moved up like a Chimera right here that you're looking at and picked them up. And he's now moving forward, and we'll see what things look like at bottom of 3. All right, we've reached the bottom of 3. At the top of 3, the Imperial Guard pretty much held their position and laid into the Salamanders that are still grouped up in the corner over there. What they managed to do was the remaining Land Raider on the right has been immobilized and weapon destroyed, with its exposed sponson facing forward is destroyed. One of the Terminators that's near it was lost. There was a Rhino directly in front of it that was completely obliterated and is gone. And you'll notice there's a pair of Dreadnoughts in that piece of area terrain with crystals. The one in the back with the multi-melta is stunned, and then well up in the front, the squad that was with Vulkan has been whittled down from almost full size to 3 members, and the Salamanders are retaliating. We'll tell you what happens at bottom of 3. All right, so we've moved on to top of 4. At the bottom of 3, the Salamander player, through that scenario special rule again, he had that tactical squad that you're looking at right there was forced to come to reserve through that tunnel onto an Inquisitorial squad. They destroyed them and then consolidated into that terrain, and they're now ringed by a whole bunch of nasty stuff. In midfield, all of their combined fire laid into vehicles in and around here on the leading edge of the Imperial Guard lines and managed to knock the missile battery off of the Manticore, which is a big deal, and then knock 2 turrets off of the leading 2 Chimeras, and that's it. So the Imperial Guard are coming back on top of 4, and we'll see what happens. It is the bottom of 4, and on the top of 4, the Imperial Guard did a whole lot of cleanup this turn. They managed to, right here, there was a 10-man tactical squad that's been shot down to that 1 remaining member over there. On their left flank, the entire Land Speeder Storm and squad of scouts was eliminated, and in the center, there were some Marines that were there, and those were cleaned up to just Vulkan, who's the only guy left there. And way back there in the Salamander's corner, that lead Dreadnought was immobilized. So what we're seeing here is the Salamanders at the bottom of 4 are moving out with what's left of their forces, but they're pretty much penned all the way back into their corner again. And there's still quite a bit, as you can see, of Imperial Guard left. So we'll see what happens. At the bottom of 4, the Salamanders came back and had a really good turn of shooting and assault. Right here in the center of the table, there's this big empty spot. Vulkan managed to get up and single-handedly destroy the squadron of Medusas in hand-to-hand. There was also kind of a little bit right above them, the company commander was killed by that little tiny remnant squad of Salamanders. And the post-assault Terminators way over there finally advanced up and assaulted that lead Chimera and destroyed it. So we're now at the top of 5, and we'll see what the Imperial Guard can do. They're definitely the game could end, so everyone is making last-ditch pushes for those 4 tunnel objectives. We're at the top of 5, and the Imperial Guard have had a pretty good turn of assaulting and consolidation mission-wise. In the center of the board, they are now, all of these chimeras that you see right here in the center are directly on top of all 4 of the central tunnels, so they have they completely are on all 4 of the primary objectives, and they did a lot of just kind of cleanup in the central area, destroyed Vulkan, destroyed Attack Squad, and got a couple amazing shots on both of the dreadnoughts that were back there, stunning both of them and stunning that Rhino over there. So not a whole lot of motion. Options left as we head into the bottom of 5. We'll see what the remaining Salamanders can do. Okay, the game is continuing to into turn 6 at the bottom of 5, right there. That is where all of the action occurred right there. The last remaining troop squad of Salamanders got out of that Rhino and moved up against that Chimera, assaulted it, didn't do anything, and the last remaining 3 Coastal Terminators moved up, destroyed a Chimera, and are sitting there next to the occupants. And we're headed into the top of 6. It is the bottom of 6, and it is over. The Imperial Guard have won. The Salamanders put up a really strong push at the very, very end of the game. Those Coastal Terminators and that Dreadnought moved up and destroyed us a whole bunch of stuff, but it wasn't enough. The 3 primary objectives over here, this Rhino, this Chimera, and still give the Imperial Guard a win on primary objective, and that one as well, being contested, and that's all we got. We'll talk to you guys later.
Hi, my name's Wyatt Trana. I just played the top table at Adepticon Gladiator tournament. Came up a little bit short. It was 9-32 at the end. I think my arm was pretty solid. I had some bad dice rolls, and I got some land raiders which were immobilized early on. I went up one flank, just kind of tried to hit him like a spearhead, and maybe that wasn't the best move. I might have had a little bit more luck if I had just gone straight up the center. And I forgot to move a Rhino at some point too, which really hurt me a lot. So I guess just remember to do everything, and helps a lot when you're in those heavy games. So.
Hey guys, Nick Rose here, Darkwood for BoLS Souls. Just got done playing the last match of Gladiator against Wyatt Trana. If I said your last name wrong, Wyatt, I'm sorry. Played a Salamander list against my IG. Pretty tough army actually for me to deal with, the 2 Land Raiders, a bunch of tactical squads, Terminators, Dreadnoughts, everything twin linked. You know the deal with Vulkan. One of the very best things I liked about the game, I held objectives most of the time, and it was really more trying to control the flow of the game. I got really lucky hitting the Land Raider first turn, pinning the Terminators in the backfield and the Redeemer, which really kind of bought me time. And then from there was managing the flow of the game to keep his movement from coming down to the bases. Came a couple of close times, really sucked. I was hoping in on turn 5 and didn't, and then last cannons missed on turn 6 to stop the Dreadnought. So I was kind of getting a little paranoid about what other points around me. Then it was just like, all right, guys, die and protect my objectives so they don't come and try to grab them. Boy, overall, great game, and I'm going to have to buy some Wyatt some drinks, and it was fun.
Mazel tov, Nick. Mazel tov.
Thanks, Dave.
John's only on the bottom.